welcome to Juliaskuddelmuddel. First of all, I'm really glad that you're back here with me today, but also sorry for not podcasting more regularly. The last month, I think it's been a month since I last podcast, and the last month's been insane. I was involved in the opening of a new cinema. There was a new job, and I was just completely snowed under. I didn't have time to do anything really, so yeah, I just didn't have time to record a podcast, I'm afraid. But now I'm back and I have knit some stuff, and it's getting colder, so it's time to bring out the cosy knitwear here in Edinburgh. And yeah, I'm just really happy that you're here again and you didn't completely run away and forget about me. So I'm going to show you first of all something that I finished, which is this hat. It's for my dad. He requested a hat with reindeer, and that's what he's going to get. So, reindeer, a tree, and a star. There it is. I hope he likes it. It's very basic, just fair isle hat. Didn't really follow a pattern, I just assembled it a wee bit myself. So I found a reindeer fair isle thingy pattern. I found the tree pattern, and I took this one as well, and then I just kind of assembled it myself. And I followed the Babel hat modification hat by Susan Anderson. It's available online. You need to buy the Babel hat pattern in order to understand what she's going on about. But I followed her hat layout with in terms of how many stitches I cast on and how I do the decreases and all that. And it worked quite well. Only problem is my dad's in Germany, so we kind of had to remote measure his head, and we'll see whether it actually fits him or not. Not sure whether I'm going to put a pom-pom on it yet. Probably going to send them the yarn so they can make one if they want one, or if my dad wants one. I'm assuming my mum will have to make it. But yeah, really like it. It's quite warm. It should be good for Bavarian winters. I was very fast knit. I used these two skeins of yarns. It's from Jamieson's, my favourite Fair Isle wool supplier. It's Shetland Heather. It's an Aran weight yarn, 100% pure Shetland wool from Shetland Islands in Scotland, and the colour is Conifer and Autumn, and this autumn shade is awesome. It's a really nice autumnal shade. It has yellow, green, red. It's like a tree in autumn. It's brilliant. It's lovely, and it goes really well together for the colour work. Like when my dad picked the colours, first I wasn't quite sure whether you'd be able to see the colour work, but now I think it works magically and beautifully. So yeah, need to get to send this in the post pretty soon, otherwise the winter's going to be over and he's not going to need it anymore. I'm also not quite sure yet whether you can actually wear a reindeer hat after Christmas. But on the other hand, reindeers are around all year, so you should be able to wear a reindeer hat after Christmas. I think you can. And then something else I can show you is something I'm very excited about, my Fair Isle jumper. So the last time I showed you this, I was very far down, but this is how far I am just now. So we have the ribbing, Celtic ribbing at the bottom. Oh god, this way. And then jumper, 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 jumper. Then, oh yeah, can you see the sheep dangling in here? There. That's where I was the last time. So I did all this since the last episode. And yeah, I have now reached the armhole steeks. So, for those of you who are new to Fair, steeking is a way of knitting your garment in the round, and then you have like a checkerboard pattern here. And then, once I'm done, I'm going to be cutting this open. And because the yarn is just natural wool and spun a certain way, it's somehow going to felt and not unravel. That's the theory. So for the armholes, I cast off some stitches. It's not the right word, whatever. And then I picked up some new ones in the next row, and then I'm just doing that. And I'm also doing the raglan shaping at the same time. So it's always 4 decreases per row, 1 after and before each steek. And I love this pattern, and also now with the decreases it's actually so much faster to knit it. It looks a bit massive. I'm slightly worried that it's going to be way too big for me. But on the other hand, I am thinking, it probably is. Oh well. On the other hand, I'm also thinking that if it's a big jumper, it's going to be handy for wearing it on top of a different jumper. So I want to have it as like an outer layer garment, not as a like first layer jumper, whatever, that you wear inside. I want to actually wear it outside. So I am hoping that it is going to be alright and it's going to be not too big. Really pleased with the raglan shaping, because I hate it if you have like a hand-knit jumper and then like the sleeve comes like stops here and you have the seam here and it's really bulky underneath your arms, and don't like that. So that's why I went for a raglan shaped one. And yeah, it's nice. I'm quite happy with it. Not sure whether I picked the right colours, because the flowers don't stand out as much maybe as with other versions that I've seen of the jumper. But I don't mind. I like it. It's colourful. It's blue. Blue's my colour. So, yay. Loving it. The yarn is also, so I'm mostly on the second skein of all the yarns, which is promising because I just need to finish up the body. There's also going to be a steek for the neck, for the head, whatever. And yeah, and then I just need to do the sleeves and then I would actually be done. I've been knitting on this since March. Feels like forever, and I wanted to be done in September so I can wear it in winter. So now my new goal is to finish this before Christmas. We'll see how it goes. Actually now with the decreases it's much faster, and I'm just hoping that the sleeves are going to be really fast knit as well. We'll see how it goes. Then I have something to show you. Road to Rhinebeck shawl. I'm going to show it to you just now without making a big announcement where that I'm going to hide it, or if you don't want to see it, because the pattern's been released and the whole Mystery Knit Along thing is over. Actually spoiled myself and looked at the whole shawl. So that is how far I am. I'm actually not quite sure how far I was the last time I showed it to you. What happened is I knit the next clue until about here, so about 5 or 6 rows into the next white part of the clue. Realised I made a mistake, and then I just got frustrated because I had to rip it all out and I had to frog it back down to this section, and I was so annoyed. Like, yeah. Also by now the rows are endless. I'm not sure whether I have like 300 or 400 stitches on here, or 200, I don't know. It's a lot of stitches and it takes me forever to knit a row. And it's looks beautiful when it's done. It's like with raised left and right twist. So it's a really nice pattern, but at the moment I was just, it took me forever to knit those rows with the left and right twists, and then I did it wrong and I had to do it again, and I just couldn't bring myself to redo it just yet. So that's where I'm at the moment. I really like the pattern down here and also up here the wavy bit, so I'm gonna finish it because I love the yarn. I think it's beautiful, and I'm still in love with that pink reddish colour. So I'm gonna finish it one day, just not now. I might finish the fair jumper before I finish actually that. What's also a bit worrying is that I have one skein, 100-gram skein of the pink colour left, and I only have one more section to knit. So I am really worried that I'm actually going to be like knitting the majority of this skein in this one section, which means that the rows are going to be forever, like literally forever. So I think this is teaching me a lesson about shawls. I think I much prefer shawls where I start at the long end and then decrease, just because it gets faster and I'm a bit, yeah, I don't know, it's kind of demotivating and frustrating if it takes forever for me. I need kind of instant gratification. But yeah, that's again something that I wish I would have finished already, because I can wear it now. Here in Edinburgh, like, houses are utter rubbish and like they're cold and drafty, and I need my warm knitwear these days to actually stay cozy. But yeah, I also have to show you 2 parcels that I received, which I'm just going to get for you now, and they're absolutely amazing, so just bear with me a second. Hello again. So, back in August on my German speaking part of the podcast, I did a giveaway because I had reached 500 subscribers, and there was a wee bit of a delay with sending everything out, but in the end, lovely Heidi got her parcel and she sent me one back, and I was absolutely blown away because, you know, it was a giveaway. She was supposed to be happy and have a parcel, but then she sent me something back, and I'm loving it. So I'm going to show you. She made me a project bag, which is absolutely beautiful. She hand sewed it. Well, bit of the machine probably, but she made it herself, whichever way. And it's absolutely packed with goodies. So we have Kuchen, which is like a German sweet. Absolutely tasty with marzipan, love that. And it has like cherry schnapps in it. Very tasty. Can only recommend them. If you ever go to Germany, try them out. Very, very tasty thingies. Then she sent me these sachets. I don't even have all of them anymore because I already drank some of them. It's chai latte, just mix it with water, and it's like vanilla cinnamon, ginger lemongrass and almond coconut flavour. Really curious to try them out because I am a massive fan of chai lattes, and yeah, can't wait. And then a couple of episodes ago I had mentioned that I would love to try the Sock Wonder from Addy, but I couldn't get it anywhere in Edinburgh. Like, it was sold out and couldn't find it online, so I was like, gave up on that idea. And look what Heidi sent me. It is the Addy Sock Wonder, and I'm so curious about trying it out. I actually have a pair of socks cast on that I started knitting in Ireland and haven't finished them yet. So I might actually transfer them to those needles and see how it works. So the way the Sock Wonder works is it's really short needles, and then you have the longer part for your right hand if you're right-handed, and then the short, and then you can just knit in the round, and it's very wee, and yeah, should work. Looking forward to testing it out because it is something that I wanted to try for quite a while. And then Heidi also sent me some higher sharp sock needles, or the small ones again. It's 9-inch US 1 size. Really lovely, and I think I might even need to find out what needle I'm using for my jumper. But if I'm doing I could knit the sleeves on those. That might be something handy. But yeah, I'm really curious to try these ones out. Exciting time. And again, like I was sending her a parcel, and then she sent me this one back with all the gifts in it. It's beautiful. And then she also sent me some sock yarn, and I love that. It's blue, orange, grey. Well, I suppose you guys can see that. Just a standard sock yarn, and it's absolutely lovely. And if you could see my feet right now, which I cannot point at the camera, but I am a sock person in winter, like a hand knit sock person, and my grandma is knitting them all the time, so I have a massive stash of hand knit socks. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing in winter, and this is definitely going to turn into a beautiful pair of self-striping socks. Can't wait, and I might even use the Sock Wonder for it to see how it works. And then Heidi also made me some stitch markers, a butterfly, mermaid, and a seahorse. They're really, really nice, and yeah, I have a growing collection of stitch markers, so I'll put them in there. I really love it when I get stitch markers from other people, because whenever I knit with them, I'm reminded of those people. So it makes me very happy to always see those and put all those together. Oops. So yeah, Heidi, thank you so much. It was really lovely. It's always lovely to get a parcel back from Germany with some German goodies in it. I love it. So yeah, thank you so much. It absolutely blew me away because I wasn't expecting it. Really, you know, you were winning something, not me. So yeah, thank you, and thank you again for the beautiful project bag. Then I also received a Fibreshare parcel. I'm a massive fan of like Fibershares and wool swaps and all those sorts of things. Took part in a couple of those in this year actually, and yeah, I sent out mine in early October? No, late October, I can't remember. No, yeah, late September. And I got mine in just a couple of weeks ago. My parcel has quite a history because it was sent out and then it got sent back to the sender because of damage, and then it had to be sent again, so total nightmare. But I got it and I love it and it's beautiful. I'm gonna show you the non-fibery items first. I also got a lovely notebook. As I said earlier, I started a new job in a cinema, or reopening a cinema, and I needed a notebook, so that is already in good news. It's not for knitting, but it's the most beautiful notebook in the building, and I love it, so yeah. Then she gave me a New York mug, because this mug, this parcel came from the US, from New York, and it's a beautiful mug, and it has a perfect size, like mugs that are deep, and you can just bury your head in it, and oh yeah, beautiful. Love it. And then she also gave me some pumpkin spice spoons. I am trying to boycott Starbucks as much as possible, but pumpkin spice is delicious. So I am very happy I can now try my own. Haven't tried any of them yet, but it's like a sugary spoon thingy. And I can imagine if you have like a very milky latte, this is going to be delicious. So I'm looking forward to trying that out. Definitely exactly my flavour. Then she gave me some beautiful sheepy stitch markers. Can you see that? And it's little wee sheep. And they're white, and there's a black sheep, and there's more white sheep. Black sheep's my favourite. I think it's like Fimo, handmade. It looks very adorable. And they have like tiny wee eyes. They're so cute. I love getting stitch markers, as I said. It's just, yeah, reminds me of the people when I knit. It's lovely. Especially if they're handmade. Then she gave me some more project bags. Project bags are so handy to have. So I'm very, very happy to have those. And also I like the smaller size because I think I'm just going to pop all my stitch markers in there. It's going to be the easiest. And you can actually see what's inside. So if I leave my project aside for a while, I know what's where. She also gave me a not at all urgent, kind of ironic notepad. It says, sort of inconsequential, somewhat trivial, basically insignificant, important only to me. So that is an awesome one. Then I also got some milk and honey bar, just this lotion bar. But best things now, let's get to the fibery part. First of all, there's this amazing wool. It is from Socks That Rock. It's 100% superwash merino in the colourway Mango Tango. And this colourway is awesome. I love the pink, yellow, reddish bits like up there. It's almost mauve, and then down there is bright yellow. It's gorgeous. It's 170 grams, it's quite heavy, so not sure what I'm going to do with it. Maybe a hat, maybe a shawl, maybe some socks with my new sock wonder needles, I'll see, but I definitely love the colours. Then another one that is absolutely gorgeous is this one. It is from MKal. I heard of MKal yarns before, they're gorgeous. Swanky sock in Fizz Gig. It's superwash merino cashmere nylon blend, and it's so soft and squishy. It's amazing. That definitely has to be like a shawl or something you wear next to your skin. I think it's too nice to be socks. And look at those dark petrol-y colours. Loving it. It's absolutely amazing. Then there's also some Knit Girl yarn. It's hand dyed yarns again in the colourway Van Gogh, and that's a sport weight yarn, and I don't have much sport weight, so I'm really excited to use that. It's 75% superwash merino and 20% nylon. And the colours are awesome. Again, they go from orange, pink, blue, green, just all over the place, and I really like it. Then we have, oopsie, one of my favourite items, this cowl. It is the Argyle cowl by Dragonfly Fibers, and it comes with 2 skeins of yarn to actually knit it. So these are, not sure what weight they are. It's 100% superwash merino yarn though, and this one is black and it has like a green tint to it. It's awesome. And then the pink, and that is something I would have never gone for myself, to pair black and pink together, but it's awesome, and I think I'm actually going to knit the cowl. It's really pretty and very soft again, so that's what I love about Fibreshare. You actually get yarn or colour combinations that you wouldn't have used yourself. And look, the cowl is absolutely lovely. So yeah. And then she gave me a box of mini skeins, and these mini skeins are actually there to knit up a cowl as well. It has like a link to a Ravelry store inside, and then you can just use the pattern code to get the pattern. So I'm really excited to use that. And the colours are again pink, green, blue, grey. I mean, I love all colours, so I think I'm an easy person to give colours to. It's from Marinated Yarns. So I'm assuming maybe the person who dyes the yarn is called Marinated, whatever. But it's really nice, it's lovely. And that was my amazing Fibreshare parcel. Again, I've been blown away. There's so much yarn in it, like the love and thought that people put in it is just absolutely stunning. I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different skeins of yarn in a parcel. That is so generous. So yeah, I was completely blown away by the generosity again. So thank you so much. I'm not sure whether you're watching this, but thank you so much, my dear Fibreshare partner. It really made me very happy when this parcel arrived. I can't wait to get used to the mug and, like, yeah, just cover up on the couch with some knitting, warm hot coffee, and just be happy in winter. Yeah, so these were all my fibery things for this week. Thank you again for coming back, and I'm very sorry that there was such a long break in between, but I'll hopefully get to do it more regularly now that my work has more of a regular pattern and it's all a bit settled down. And now winter is my knit time anyway, so I'm going to be knitting a lot. I want to knit some hats for me, maybe a shawl, maybe some mittens. Had an eye on the Skein knits mittens for quite a long while, so maybe I'm going to do that. And yeah, just excited to get stuck in again and be back in the knitting game, and I need to finish my Fair jumper, so happy days. And Edinburgh is definitely a good way, like a good place to knit, because here it's cold and windy and rainy and you just need your warm thingies to, you know, wrap up. And so yeah, with that I think I'm gonna leave it. You can find me on Instagram as juliaskuddelmuddel. I have an email address, everything is linked down below, and also all the patterns. I know I didn't go really into pattern names today, but they're just all down below. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope I'll see you soon. And yeah, thank you very much. See ya. Bye.